Yeah, what's going on? It's Joey. I'm gonna tell you another story today of how I pretty much got caught vaping twice in the bathroom by my principal actually. So to start this out, the day before all this happened, my friend let's just call him Colin. So Colin hit me up and asked me if I could get him pods, and I said, "Yeah, I'll give you a full pod if you trade me for an empty pod, so then I can sell them." But then the next day comes, everything goes as normal. It's like a normal day. Um, at least what I thought. So I go to my tech before I go to school. So I was at tech for 2 hours, and then I went back to school, and everything was normal, fourth to seventh. But right when I got to seventh, my friend Colin texted me and he said, "Yeah, let's go to the bathroom real quick, and we can trade and stuff." And we usually do that every day after, like right after seventh period starts, or right before actually I should say. We both ask our teachers if we can go to the bathroom like every single fucking day, and we just go in the bathroom and vape for like a few minutes and then we go back to class. But today it was a little bit different. So right after seventh started, we both went to the bathroom. We got in the bathroom, and both of us went in this handicap stall. It's pretty big. It has a sink in it and everything. Um, Usually, how we stand in there, Colin usually puts his feet up on the fucking toilet and leans up against the stall, like, wall, I guess. And I usually stand right in front of it, so that way, if anyone walks in, it looks like there's only one person in the stall when there's actually two. But, so I go to hand my friend Colin the pod out of my pocket, and he's going to hand me the empty one, and he, like, tries to grab the full pod that I gave him, and it fucking drops in the fucking toilet. Of course, we both fucking start dying laughing. Like, I don't think I've ever laughed that hard. It was just fucking hilarious. And next thing I know, I hear the door open and we're still laughing. And I look down like at the floor for some reason because I see these fucking black shoes, like dress shoes, and I know a kid isn't wearing them, so I'm like, "Oh fuck." So I shut my mouth real quick and I was like signaling my friend with my hands to like shut the fuck up. And and then I hear this voice that I recognize, and he says, "What are you guys doing in there?" And both of us, I forgot to mention that he had my vape on him, and I had his vape. He had a Juul, and I had this thing called a mini fit. It's like the size of your fucking thumb. So immediately I put the Juul in my pocket, and he puts the mini fit in his hoodie pocket, I think. And then the next thing I know, he's looking over the stall at us. Which, first of all, that's a fucking privacy invasion. Like, what if I was taking a shit? You can't just do that. But the principal went silent, so I immediately came up with this plan in my head. I don't know how I did it, but so my plan was, um, well, first we walked over to the sink, which was like a couple feet away. So we walk over there. I hand my friend Colin the Juul, his Juul, and he gives me my mini fit, and I turn on the sink and I start washing my hands like with one hand. I start washing my hand, I guess, and I take the mini fit and I throw it in the trash can. There's like a little mini trash can in there. So I start washing my hands actually, and I start talking to my friend Colin like normal, like he wasn't like the principal wasn't in there. And Colin was just like, "What are you doing?" Like he was like mouthing to me like, "What are you doing?" He's right there. And I just like opened my eyes wide, I guess, I don't know, to like tell him that like I know. And then my friend Colin opened the stall door and walked out. And I'm at that point I'm like drying off my hands, and the principal is obviously still standing there. So then Colin goes to wash his hands at the actual sinks. So then I walk out of the stall, and he's waiting there for me with the door open, and then I turn around, pretending like I'm not gonna get in trouble at all, and I asked, I think I asked him like, does he have his phone or something, because he was grounded at the time. But anyway, so I walked out with the principal, and he said, "Let's go take a little walk." And so I started shitting my fucking pants, because I had to remain like I didn't do anything on the outside, but in the inside, I was fucking scared. Like I thought I was about to get like expelled already because I've already been suspended a lot for vaping, and if I get suspended again, then I'm gonna get expelled. So, but yeah, we started walking, and the principal started telling me how it's kind of weird that there's two people in this stall. And I said, yeah, I can understand why you would think it's weird, but we were just talking. And he said, you were just talking, huh? It looks like, from what I could tell, it looked like you guys were doing something else. And other people do stuff like that in the bathroom. And I was like, yeah, we weren't doing any of that, because I could tell that he was mentioning vaping, but he didn't say that. Um, but yeah, I pretty much played it off like we were just talking in the stall, and he thought it was weird. Probably, he definitely knew that we were vaping in there. Like, there's no way he didn't. When he peeked over his head, we just like fucking both put our hands in our pocket real quick. So he definitely knew. But so we got to his office, um, and he told me to sit down, and I was like, oh my fucking god, like he's about to search me. And I did have another one on me at the time, even though the one that I had was in the trash can. Um, So if he searched me, he probably wouldn't have found it, but if he like looked hard enough, he probably would, and I would be expelled. So, but when I sat down, he just asked me some other random question, and it had to do with this like incident on the bus, and he pretty much wanted me to snitch on one of my friends, and I was like, yeah, fuck that, I'm not snitching. So I was just like, yeah, I didn't see what happened on the bus. So yeah, it doesn't really have anything to do with the story, so I'm not gonna say that, but eventually, after spending like 5 minutes in the office, probably less than that, honestly, he told me I can go back to class. He called my teacher, told her that I was coming back to class and that I was in the office. So I go back to class. I I think we were doing like a Kahoot or something in class. So I went up to my teacher and I told her I was at the office, and she said, "Yeah, she already knows," and that they called. So but I got through that class, my seventh period, and that was my last period. So after that period, every day, me and like fucking six, seven other people, we all go into the same fucking bathroom and we vape. We all have fucking vapes or fucking like dab pens and shit, and we start ripping them in the bathroom. That's retarded. That is fucking retarded. And I realized that after I got in trouble, that he's gonna start looking for me, and he probably wants to fucking like get rid of me out of the school. So I started being very fucking careful. And so I only took one of my other friends. His name's Christian. He's been in other videos. I took him to another bathroom that sometimes we go to, but it's not the normal one that we usually go to. And we go in the bathroom. We're in separate stalls, normal stalls this time. And so I was 100% right, and I knew he was gonna be looking for me. So that's why we were in two different stalls, and I was in the stall hitting my Novo, and then all of a sudden the door opens and I can hear it. So I immediately flush the toilet, put my Novo in my pocket, and walk out like nothing happened. And there, the principal's standing right there looking at me, and he's like, "You go to the bathroom a lot, Joey, don't you?" And I was like, "Yeah, well, I didn't go to the bathroom before when we were just talking in the bathroom." And so yeah, I just played it off like I wasn't doing anything, and then I was just going to the bathroom. And then when we walked out, he asked me what bus run I was on, and I said second, and then I asked him what bus run he was on as a joke, and then we both started like laughing, and then yeah, that's how I pretty much just like didn't get caught vaping two times in the bathroom by the principal. The principal pretty much let me go. He definitely could have searched me and expelled me, but he didn't. I don't know why. I would have. But yeah, this is my story. Subscribe if you want. Like, comment. I usually read all the comments and reply to them. So yeah, if you have anything to say, leave it down below. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Later.